All right. So, good day, everybody. Good day, good day, good day, good day. Hold on. I'm trying to make some arrangements here. All right. So, okay. So, guys, once again, welcome to another interesting session. Okay. Then today we're gonna be doing as usual. We're gonna be looking through the financial markets and coming up with our sentiments for the trading week. And as you guys already know, what we do is we start with the majors, the indices, and then we begin to take requests from the community. Okay. So first of all, we're going to go over DXY. All right, DXY. This was the analysis from last week where I talked about the fact that DXY was going to most likely react, all right, then come all the way down here, all right, back into this zone, which of course we've seen DXY do. Okay, now before I conclude that this is actually what is going on with DXY, remember we still have this weekly time frame pivot all the way down here. There's NFP this Friday, all right, meaning that there are quite a number of things to consider. All right, there are quite a number of things to consider before we, before we push ahead. You guys get me? There's quite a number of things to consider. So, based on that, all right, we want to see, let me see what the lower time frames look like. Wait a minute, no words can carry. Okay, 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 okay. No words can carry. Okay, so this was the origin that broke this broke this broke this, so we climb this and then we come. Good. All right, yeah, so this is typically DXY. All right, this is DXY. So before we begin to consider what the reversal is going to look like, now remember, like I showed you guys last week, when DXY is bullish, we want to sell EU, GU. We also want to sell AUD USD, NZD USD. All right, but when DXY is bearish, it simply means that we're going to go to the chart and look for opportunities to buy all of these things. Do you get it now? We're going to just go over and look for opportunities to buy all of these things. So let us, based on this now, if we're looking at DXY buying, it means we should be looking for opportunities to sell EU, GU, and the likes. Correct? Good. So let us start with Euro USD. As you can see, Euro USD is currently reacting from a critical level, but I don't want to be deceived. So we're still going to do what we usually would do. Sorry, I'm going to have to take off all the drawings. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Well, yes, that's correct. That's correct. All right. So in the case of Euro USD, all right, there is a major thing that we want to anticipate or that we want to wait for. All right, and that is going to be this trend line. That should be that trend line. Let me see. Do we have a channel? Yes, we do. So that should be this trend line. And the reason why we're watching for that trend line is because remember, this is price, all right, that has broken above this zone, meaning there's a huge possibility, there's a good chance that price comes back into this region, all right, or maybe even somewhere lower. All right, there's a good chance that EU comes into this and then makes a bounce, all right, which would come back to DXY. Not this way, but rather maybe this way. Because remember I said there is a weekly time frame pivot, all right? So it's very possible that price reacts from here and comes back to the weekly time frame pivot, all right? And if this should happen, it would confirm what we have on Euro USD, all right, which is Euro USD coming lower first, and then we get the bounce from that region. The way you hurt. So the next one we're going to look at is GU. No words can carry. Now, if you followed the analysis last week, you definitely would have made quite some profit. All right, because like I said, price came back into this eye. All right, then did the drop. All right, and it only bounced off of this point. But that was last week. Let us see what this week is looking like. Okay. I see. All right. So yes, we have GU here. Hold on. All right, we have GU here, and that seems to be our channel. Okay, which means that on GU, there's a good possibility or a good chance that, price does this. Okay, so GU EU, we've talked about the fact that we kind of are looking for, buying opportunities on those commodities. All right, EU GU, we're looking for buying opportunities. Now we're going to go to see if this aligns with what we have on USD JPY. Okay, if it aligns with what we have on USD JPY. Last week I talked about the fact that price was definitely going to come and take liquidity from here. All right, and we saw that happen. Price dropped into this, demand zone. Okay, dropped into this demand zone, came up, didn't take liquidity, and it came for a retest until it was able to sweep the liquidity. Then we had another drop. But this is what we're going to do, all right, to confirm what is coming, all right, for this week. Cause the weight of who you are, no words can carry. Okay, this is looking interesting. Hold on. So that means this is our overall supply zone. Yes, that works as a trend line. So yes, it seems USD JPY, our sentiment is bearish. All right. Although to confirm USD JPY with beyond a doubt, there is still need for us to, use things like what's it called now? There's still need for us to go on the index of the Japanese yen. All right. We're still going to compare what's going on DXY and USD JPY with what's going on the Japanese yen. And once we're able to have all of that information, it becomes easier for us to be able to reach a conclusion. Okay, so we've done GU, we've done EU. This is UJ right now. We've talked about DXY as well. And now we're going to go into gold. All right, gold, 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 gold. Okay, so for gold, I think we have something a bit clearer. We have an SBR confirmation, although, of course, I didn't check for all of these confirmations on other ones. All right, but I believe on gold, we're seeing something quite formidable. So yeah, on gold, yes, I think that will be my sentiment on gold. Sentiment is bullish. We probably wait for price to come for a retest into this region, and then we go all in. Cast the weight of who you are, no words can carry. All right, yeah, so that is gold. Okay, so now we're going to be opening up the floors, all right, for those of you who probably have questions, inquiries, and all sorts, all right, so that you guys can make your inquiries and then we can all be happy. Emmanuel Alegu, you can go ahead and ask your question. All right, Emerald, if you have a question, you can unmute your mic and ask it. Miss Balogun, you can unmute your mic and ask your question as well. HS, you can also unmute your mic and ask your question. Remember, first to unmute goes first. It's first come, first served.
Hello, good afternoon, Adetola.
Yes, good afternoon.
Hello, can you hear me? This is Latifat.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
So my question is on gold.
Okay.
For like a week now, even before the time, I see that gold has been consolidating on the daily time frame down to the 4-hour time frame. So I actually drew a trend line on the trading view on my system. Sorry. So I saw that it broke the trend line that I drew to the upside.
Okay.
It broke the trend line that I drew to the upside. And today on the 15-minute time frame, I did a top-down analysis. I went to the 15-minute time frame. I saw something like a change of character there. So I don't know, when you said the market is still kind of bullish, I don't know if, because when I saw that the market broke my trend line last week, I saw that I respected the resistance level, the supply zone, the one we had.
Okay.
So you respected the supply zone and it dropped. I saw it drop down. So I don't know if we're still maintaining the bullish trend, or the market is likely to go bearish. Looking at the how do I put it? The change of character I saw on 15-minute time frame. Sorry, please, can you clear me on that? Thank you. Thank you, sir.
All right. Look at what we have on the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame tells me that there is liquidity up here, all the way up here. Now, if there's liquidity up here, we can see clearly that price has not yet taken that liquidity. So right now, price has a priority that it is pursuing, and that priority is for it to be able to locate that liquidity before it can consider going bearish at all. All right, because liquidity is mostly taken from regions where people expect or people believe that they are seeing a supply or a resistance or a demand or a support. Those are best regions to take liquidity. All right. Now, the change of character that you said you saw in the 15 minutes, I'm going to show you. This is the change of character. All right. We had bullish price action, then price sweeps the previous high, breaks below the previous low, right? That is,
Yes.
it's not an incorrect correction. It's not an incorrect change of character pattern. However, the question that you must always ask is, this correction, is it for the continuation of the higher time frame trend or a reversal of the higher time frame trend? Because change of character will always happen on the lower time frames, but you want to be able to know, is this change of character supporting the higher time frame direction, or is it indicating a complete turnaround of the higher time frame direction? Do you get what I'm saying now?
Yes. Very well. Yes.
Good. So even if we get a reaction from here, the next question will be, how far is that bearish move going? Okay? That's why you can see my lines. I'm not expecting to buy immediately. I'm expecting also that price will make some retracement, or I probably even sweep liquidity from this low this week here, and then I can join into the buy. So the fact that you are seeing a sell and I am saying it's a buy does not mean that either one of us is wrong. The question will now be, for how long will it sell, and then for how long will it buy? That is basically what makes the difference. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yes, very well.
All right, fantastic. You are welcome. Thank you for that question, Miss Balogo. Yeah, who's next? Alegu Emmanuel, Emerald, ICT Kid, Jalo, Kalu Sunday, Foreign Exchange. All right, yeah. Go ahead, please, ICT Kid.
So I wanted to confirm, what do you consider to know that liquidity has been swept fully and the price will not come back to that position so that you can enter with confidence?
After a liquidity
Hello?
sweep,
Yes, how do you know that it has been fully swept liquidity?
okay, now I'm going to give you 2 pointers. The
Yes.
first is to understand that when price sweeps liquidity, it is not the same as a breakout. A sweep of liquidity is usually not the same as a breakout. Why? Because when price sweeps liquidity, it will need to offload that liquidity. Those who swept that liquidity will take profit first. And when they take profit, price is going to, let me say, for example, if this is our liquidity here, right? If this is our liquidity here, you can see where I'm pointing at.
Yeah.
If the sellers push the market to come and sweep liquidity from here, once it sweeps liquidity from here, they have made profit. So what do they do next? They cash out. They take profit. And by the time they are taking profit, what happens is that the buyers take over the market. The market direction changes. Do you understand now? So to confirm if liquidity has been taken or swept from a region, you want to check. After that liquidity sweep, did the market makers, did they take profit? Because if the market makers have not taken profit, if they didn't take profit, it means that they are still targeting a different region for liquidity. So say, for example, after price sweeps liquidity from here, it gets to this point but does not show signs of a reversal. What that tells me is that the sellers, the market makers, they are not taking profit yet. They are still waiting for another area of liquidity because they are not yet satisfied. Does it make sense? ICT Kid, do you get that? Uh-oh. ICT Kid, can you hear me? Anyways, basically that is, that's the first part. Okay, now the second part to knowing when liquidity has been properly swept is you want to check, are there fair value gaps left behind? All right, is price leaving behind fair value gaps? Now, if you see what I drew here, you see that I mentioned liquidity sweep from here. But I didn't say that immediately after this liquidity sweep, price will reverse. What did I say? I said price might come lower. Why? Because there's a fair value gap here. So if truly this liquidity has been completely swept, before the reversal begins, I want to see price fill up the fair value gap. And those are the two major things that, that apply when it comes to working with liquidity and inducements. Yeah, TD Global, you can go ahead with your question, please.
Okay, good afternoon.
Yes, afternoon, please.
Yeah, thank you. I wanted to know what your take is on Bitcoin.
Okay. Many people love Bitcoin. But like I always say, I do not have a license that allows me to give trade, financial advice. Okay. I am only an analyst, and whatever your decision is at your own discretion. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. Please hold on, Abraham or Abra. I'm going to get to you. I just want to quickly respond to our inquiry. So BTC USD daily time frame. Come on. Mm-hmm. There is power, a power, wonder working power. Okay, I think we're bullish. We should be bullish on this. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. Well, the buy might have already started, but I'm strongly in support of a bullish price action on, BTC USD. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we might see this, and then price coming to sweep liquidity from this eye. Does it make sense? TD, can you hear me? Oh, I think she's not here anymore. Okay, sorry about that. MNC, please mute yourself. Mute your mic. Your environment is noisy. Oh yeah, I think it works. Yeah, BTC USD might already be bullish. It might already be bullish. But if it isn't, we can also just wait for price to come for a retest after sweeping liquidity from here. All right. Because this right now is a reaction after price filled up the fair value gap. All right. Price filled the fair value gap and then reacted from the other block. Okay. So that is Emerald, please mute your mic. All right, please. If your environment is noisy, please mute your mics. So yeah, BTC USD, I believe we're bullish because there's liquidity here that I think price is going to be interested in clearing. Probably after clearing that liquidity, price might then decide to either react from here or up here. Please, if you are the one in that environment, please mute your mics. Thank you. Yeah, so that is Kelvin. Hold on, please.
Can I ask something?
Please hold on, Kelvin. You are not the first to unmute your mic. Hold on, please. Okay. So, this is what we have on BTC USD. My sentiment is bullish, although the overall trend is still showing signs of bearish strength. All right, so there's going to be need for caution, even as we, as you guys approach this BTC USD trade idea. Okay, so but I think that price will react from here, coming to this region, and then we can get the continuation of the bearish price action or something else. Okay, so yeah, that is BTC USD. Abraham, you can go ahead with your question. I think you're the next person.
Okay, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon. Kelvin, don't worry, I'll get to you, okay? Just stay on the line. Yes, I'm with you, please.
Please, can you help me analyze the Ethereum USD, please?
ETH USD, okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember the last time we talked about ETH, I mentioned it would either bounce from here, all right, which it did, or and you can see after I broke upwards, you can see it retested and went bullish. So now what we're going to do is this. We're going to clear the charts, remove all the drawings, and then focus on what price is doing right now, or what price is about to do next couple of hours. Going on. Hold on, please. I think my internet is a bit sluggish.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, so ETH USD, we can see price is currently reacting from this other block on the 1 hour time frame. And now the reaction from that other block, if we critically examine it, we see that it has now given us a sweep break retest kind of pattern. With a fair value gap remaining untouched. So this means that price might want to come take liquidity from here. All right, fill up the fair value gap and then continue the bounce.
Okay.
Did you get it?
Yeah. That's a bullish sentiment, right?
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yeah. But from the analysis, do we expect it to make a new all-time high?
Well, I don't think so. Not yet. There is no way to confirm that yet.
Okay.
There's no way to confirm that yet. But when it gets to this daily time frame pivot, it depends on whether it gets rejected from that pivot or it is able to, bounce off that pivot. That's what will determine generally.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, this is ETH USD. Thank you so much. Are you okay with that, Ibra?
Yes, I'm okay.
All right, beautiful. Thank you for calling in. Kelvin, you can go ahead, please. MNC, you're next, so please stay on the line.
Okay, thank you so much. Good evening.
Yes, good day to you.
Yes, so my issue is about gold and USD. Can you please analyze for me the higher time frame and lower time frame, because it's really confusing me.
Well, like I said, gold is bullish. Very bullish for that matter. We saw the weekly time frame. I showed that there's liquidity here, up here, and price is most likely going to target that liquidity. So lower time frame, what we're waiting for is the completion of this sweep break retest pattern, where price comes to complete liquidity sweep from this low. Okay. Once price sweeps liquidity from this low, it will fill up this fair value gap and give us room to be able to buy.
All right. So if I may interrupt, so if I analyze on the lower time frame, can that give me a perfect entry, or I should consider on the higher time frame?
The lower time frame can give you better entries if you understand top-down analysis or correlation. If you understand how top-down analysis and correlation works, yes, definitely. Or if you are someone that uses some of the confirmations that I teach, like the IPPS confirmation, the BOTL, double break of structure, break of structure, break of trend line kind of stuff. If you know those kind of approaches, yes, definitely you can make your quest easier. But if not, stay with higher time frame for your sentiment, lower time frame for confirmation. That's the summary.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, my friend. Thank you for calling in. MNC, go ahead, please.
Good afternoon, boss.
Yes, good afternoon to you too. Yes.
Please help me with your sentiment on the DXY.
My sentiment on DXY.
Yes.
Well, we did that at the beginning, and this is it. My sentiment actually is bearish.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. That helps.
It helps?
Yeah, it does help.
All right. Good to hear. Thank you so much for calling in. Woohoo! Who else? Emerald, you can unmute your mic and go ahead. Foreign exchange, you are next after Emerald. Yes, good evening, my friend. Go ahead, please. Go ahead. Hello, Emerald, I can't hear you. Please go ahead. Okay, it seems there's an issue with Emerald's audio. Vic Uni, if you have a question, please just tap on the microphone button on your Telegram. Emerald, yeah, welcome. Uh-oh. Anyways, let me see. Foreign exchange trader. Okay, Joseph, you have your question. Okay, foreign exchange trader. Go ahead, please. Joseph, hold on, please.
So hello guys.
Yeah, my friend.
My question was going on the XY.
Okay.
We can just say we can see on the chart we can see like it's approaching a major order block on the H1.
Okay.
So what if we anticipated like where it has just reached? Maybe it can switch the trend to buying to where the at a resistance level of where the DXY one is showing on your chart.
So your question is whether DXY will change direction and become bullish.
Yeah, because we can see it has just approached a major order block, which is it confirmed it at 3 points, 3 key levels. So we can consider it as a strong level.
All right. Let me ask you. Let me paint this picture to you. Emerald,
yes.
Hold on, please. Let's say there's a wall.
Yes.
Very strong wall, and I have been able to hammer that wall 3 times.
Yes. Yes.
Is the wall getting stronger or is it getting weaker?
I get from your question, it's getting weaker.
So, when we talk about demand and supply zones,
yes,
anytime a demand zone has been tested 3 times or more than twice, it's literally beginning to get weaker.
Yes.
A demand or supply zone is strongest the first time price reacts from it. That is when it is at its strongest.
Yeah.
And you would see that this demand zone, when price got there the first time, the reaction from that demand zone was able to break above the previous high.
Yeah.
The next reaction, however, did not break the previous high.
Yeah.
So coming into it the third time, it tells us already that the power of this other block or this demand zone is already questionable.
Yes.
And here we now have a supply region or a supply order block that has not been tested before. One, has a fair value gap in front of it. Two, was responsible for breaking below this previous low, which is a strong low.
Yeah.
You see that now. So that tells me that this supply order block is going to most likely be stronger than this demand zone.
Yes.
And that is why this other demand zone is what I want to work with. This lower one here. So I want to see price react from this order block, come into this demand zone, and then I can picture a buy.
So what what correlates that analysis with euro like pair like euro USD, since when the DXY is going down you expect the euro USD to go up?
Yeah, we already did all of that analysis. It's all on the charts. You can get the recording. I'll send you the link to watch the recording once we're done. You can see this is the sentiment: GU bullish, EU bullish after a slight retracement. EU, GU, both of them bullish. So yeah, that's the sentiment, and that's why gold also. We're talking about gold being bullish as well.
Okay, and please, if I may ask on talking about on fundamental about the DXY.
Okay.
Like what really affects the DXY coming to fundamental analysis? Like, is it only that price action currently relates with all that's happening on the DXY?
Well, the DXY is based on data, all right, coming from the US dollar directly.
Yes.
Other pairs also have their own. There's an index for pounds, there's an index for Japanese yen, there's an index for Canadian dollar, there's an index for the euro.
Yes.
So index commodities or indices are measuring the strength of the commodity in real time. So even before the news comes out, an index can already give you clues about what the outcome is likely going to be. Yeah. So say NFP is coming, DXY is at a demand zone. If NFP CPI is coming and DXY is at a solid zone, we can, based on that, predict that NFP CPI is going to favor the dollar because, of course, DXY is at a strong zone already.
Hello?
Do you get that?
I think your network is buffering.
I said NFP CPI is loading, but DXY is already at a strong demand of supply. So that gives you a hint as to whether the news is going to favor the dollar or not.
Yes. So probably we should go as we should trade maybe from next week after seeing how the NFP shall push the market.
I will be live trading the NFP on YouTube. The company has a YouTube channel where I live trade the news every single time. CPI, FOMC, NFP, basically. So feel free to join us.
Okay then. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Cool for that.
You're welcome. Even if you are not going to be trading, just join us and watch how we do it. Okay?
Yeah. It's really good. I always follow you from a couple of times.
Fantastic. So I'll look forward to seeing you on Friday.
Yeah. Me too, so that we can see the criteria to go forward on next week market.
Definitely.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome, my friend. Thank you so much. Yeah, who is next? Stephen, hold on, you're not next. Joseph KM, I think you're next. Emerald, you were speaking
Yes.
earlier, so
Good evening.
yes, go ahead, please.
I would like to know your sentiment on UJ.
USD JPY.
Correct.
This is the sentiment. We talked
That
about it
it
at
has
the
been
beginning of the
choppy.
session.
It has been choppy for quite a long time. Huh?
Yes.
So maybe you can give your sentiment.
Well, I already showed you. This is my analysis on USD JPY. It's bearish. It's basically bearish. We have a supply zone. We have a daily time frame pivot. We have a trend line resistance. So once we're able to confirm rejection from here, we're definitely selling.
Thank you.
You're welcome, my friend. Emerald, are you ready to go now with your question? Are you ready to ask your question now?
Yes, I am. Good evening. Sorry, good afternoon. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Stephen, you're going to go up next, or just hold on. Let me respond.
Can you hear
to
me
Emerald
now?
and then
Thank you.
Hello,
yes, I can hear you.
Okay, please, can you help me to analyze US 30? I don't know, it's a bit confusing.
Interesting. I think last week we talked about US 30, doing this, sweeping liquidity from here, coming into this demand zone and bouncing. It did that already, came again here, bounced. So let's see what this week has in store for us, US 30.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Stephen, you can turn off your video, all right, so it doesn't get to slow down the internet.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Let me see daily time frame. So we want to find our pivots first on the daily time frame. That is number one priority. Okay. Weekly time frame. You might want to do this. All right, so let's do 1 hour. Interesting. So for me, I think US 30, if I'm going to sell or buy, the next thing I would like to wait for would be to see price come into this region. That would be my next line of action because I want to see price sweep liquidity. Sweep liquidity, then, we've seen the sweep of liquidity, we've seen the break of structure. So now what I'm anticipating for US 30 is possibly this, which would give us enough room for price to come and take this liquidity as well.
Sorry, sir, please, what time frame is this?
This is the 1 hour time frame, US 30.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Make sense? Does it make sense?
Yes, it does. I think it's already reacting to that zone.
So I'm expecting it to drop, come into here before I buy, okay? My sentiment would preferably be to buy because already, unless maybe if you're able to get a clear confirmation for the sell, I don't think I have enough time to break down what would be my confirmation for a sell. But if you're able to get a clear confirmation for the sell, I think you can go for it. But for me, I would just probably wait for the buy.
No, I'll wait for the buy. I like to move with the trend. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, for the sellers, those that might want to sell, I think I might have good news for you. This is a pennant pattern. So yeah, those that want to sell, you might wait for a break below the pennant retest and then the drop. All right, thank you so much, Emerald, for coming. Yes, Stephen, let's have your question, please.
Yeah, hello, my friend. When we're trading like the with another symbol. So the DXY is, say that was bullish, and you was
Okay.
you were trading another symbol, USD, Swiss franc, whatever. Excuse me. So when if the DXY is bullish, then that
Okay.
we trade, say it was USD Swiss franc. That means does that mean if DXY DXY is bullish, that's the stronger bias in it. Does that mean we trade bearish or bullish? Bearish.
All right. Let me be sure that I got your question well. Let's say this is DXY, this is USD CHF, right?
Uh-huh.
And you want to know what happens, because this is just DXY.
USD index, yeah.
All right, that's DXY. But here we have USD, and we still have CHF. Okay. Now, this is tricky, but I'm going to give you a basic response. Okay. Now, if DXY is getting stronger, it means that in this equation, we are seeing USD becoming heavier. All right. It's like a seesaw. All right. It's like a seesaw. And then we're seeing USD getting heavier. And then
going bearish.
This is CHF.
Yeah.
So if DXY is stronger, it means USD is getting heavier. CHF is probably not getting stronger, or is the weaker one here. So it means that the seesaw is going to be tilted this way, correct?
Mm-hmm.
If the seesaw is tilted that way, it simply means that on the chart, this is what we will get. Bullish price action. Does it make sense?
Yeah, yes.
But if DXY is getting weaker, it tells us that the dollar, all right, in this equation is becoming smaller.
Which is what's happening now.
Exactly. So it means that on this seesaw, all right, this is how things will be tilted. Okay. And if things are tilted this way, how will it present on the chart? The answer is simple. It is going to present as this pattern, bearish move on the chart.
Mm.
Does it make sense now?
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
So this is what they call correlational analysis, basic correlational analysis.
Mm.
So now to use confirmations, all right, because remember we only have results or data for USD. We don't have data for CHF, Swiss franc.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we're saying the dollar is getting stronger, what if the francs is also getting stronger? Do you understand now? So if the dollar is getting stronger and the franc is also getting stronger, we want to be able to know which of them is increasing faster.
Yeah, well, France is Europe, isn't it? Mm. So, how do we tell which one's stronger?
Good. So what we then do is we come to USD CHF. Remember, if USD is truly getting weaker, we should see confirmations for bearish entries.
Mm. Yeah.
So we can easily do that on USD CHF here, because in this case, I think we have a supply zone here. It's an order block. We have a fair value gap right here. We have a sweep, break, retest pattern. The sweep, the break, And then, of course, price has come back to take liquidity from this point, which is a good one. So, does that make sense?
Yeah. Is it also true that we have retracement extensions, retracement extensions, retracement extensions? If the extension is longer than the retracements, that's good signs, isn't it? But if the extensions are shorter than retracement, that could be telling us through a cycle, like that could be telling us that the bias could be changing, change of character, historic character.
All right. Stephen, in smart money concepts and ICT, what you just described is what we call, or what we refer to as, a shift in market structure.
Yeah.
It tells us that, the price action could be shifting in a different direction. Yeah. So we want to continually have longer extensions, shorter retracements. Because if the extensions become shorter than the retracements, that's a shift in structure cooking. Or sometimes it could be a trap. It could be a formation of an inducement so that price can sweep liquidity before giving the proper extension.
Exactly. Banks cause traps. Yeah.
So that's basically. Hope I've been helpful today.
Yeah. One more question, and where do we find fair value gaps from the candles?
All right, fair value gaps, best place to find them. You're looking for a fair value gap that was part of a break of structure. All right, that was part of a proper break of structure, which means that if a break of structure is originating from an order block, all right, because technically break of structures originate from order blocks, all right, demand and supply order blocks. So if the break of structure is originating, the momentum, let me say that, the momentum is originating from the break of structure, all right?
Yep.
If it creates a gap, it simply tells us that there was so much volatility from that move, all right? There was so much volatility from that move that price actually reacted, massively.
Yeah, right, yeah, that's right.
So when you find a fair value gap close to a demand or supply order block, that is a fair value gap.
Okay, right. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Okay, guys.
Thank you very much.
You're much welcome. You're most welcome. So guys, Joseph, I think if your question is short, we can just quickly take it because our time is up already. Joseph, can you quickly ask a question? Okay, I think Joseph is busy. So guys, Shamsi, do you have a question, Shamsi?
Yeah. I have a question.
Can you ask it quickly so that we can wrap up for today?
Sorry, I know you have treated this. I was a bit late. I don't know if you can just give me a clue or a sentiment on Euro USD.
Okay, Euro USD is bullish. Euro USD is bullish. Let me just quickly show you.
If I can just see your charts. I just want to check something.
This is the chart, Euro USD.
Okay, sir.
All clear?
Yeah, it's clear. Thank you, sir.
All right, you're welcome. So thank you so much, guys. Unfortunately, that's all we're going to be able to take for today. Don't forget, Friday, NFP, we're going to be live streaming our trades on YouTube. Okay, so NFP, we're going to be trading live, and I can assure you that, it's going to be fun because, so far it's me. You guys already know that it's going to be fun. So join me on Friday on the YouTube channel. You don't want to miss it. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Wish you a fun trading week. Happy new month to all of you guys. Come to the month of September, and I will profit week and an amazing month. bless you. Till I see you again on Friday. Take good care of yourselves, and bye-bye.